An absolutely bombshell story. There are newly revealed text messages where Steve Bannon, top Trump propagandist during the first term, told Jeffrey Epstein in 2018 that Trump is beyond borderline and suggested that the 25th Amendment should be used to remove Trump from power. This is Steve Bannon. We have the text messages. We'll put them up on the screen. After Epstein says, Schiff trying to find knowledgeable financial people. It's intriguing, as I guess they can't use the best guys at IRS or Treasury. Bannon says, wow. Epstein says, hell of a year. Next will be biblical. Bannon says, we either own 2019 or it will surely own us. And then later, Epstein says, spoke to my Dems this weekend. Boy, are emotions running high. To which Bannon says, going to blow him up right out of the box. White House has zero plan to punch back. Fort Apache with no cavalry en route. To which Epstein says, and no soldiers in the fort. He is really borderline, not sure what he may do. Bannon says, I think it's beyond borderline. 25th Amendment. This is Trump's former chief strategist. This is a central figure in the movement that brought us Donald Trump, appearing to say privately, Trump should not remain president. Now, at the time, Bannon was communicating with Epstein while trying to kind of help Epstein rehab his public image. And what we have learned about Bannon's involvement with Epstein is also completely disgusting. Now, there are other messages where he discussed pushing back on what he called the pedo trafficking narrative and helping to build Epstein's reputation up as a philanthropist. So Bannon was involved in a lot of really disgusting stuff. But we have the same person presenting himself publicly as a Trump loyalist, privately advising Epstein on image repair, questioning Trump's stability, and discussing the removal of Donald Trump from office. That tells you something about how politics actually operates behind the scenes. Publicly loyal, privately not so sure. I believe that the importance of this politically is something we've been talking about for a while. Populist movements like MAGA are built on personal trust in the leader. The leader is not just a politician. The leader is almost like a father figure. The leader is a strong, uniquely stable, uniquely capable person, and image is essential. When insiders privately question the leader's fitness for office, it undermines the core myth of the movement. There are many political figures that perform loyalty publicly, and in private, they're very worried. We've seen it with aides. We've seen it with cabinet members. We've seen it with insiders, and it's bigger than Trump. This happens in many administrations. What's striking here is the severity. You had Bannon publicly. There was no bigger advocate for the unique genius and ability of Trump. And privately, he's texting about removal via the 25th Amendment. Just incredible. And Bannon today positions himself still like an ally of Trump. He talks about there may be a way for Trump to serve a third term and all of this stuff. So the question is, what is it that changed with Trump that got Bannon to change his view? We don't know. I mean, the answer could be as simple as Bannon saw the same stuff we were seeing, and that's it. But then publicly, Bannon has continued to extol the virtues, the alleged virtues of Donald Trump. So I think the bigger story here is not so much about Bannon per se. I mean, listen, the fact that these are cowardly people who have one private view and one public view, rather than just telling us and saying what you really believe. Yes, it's disgusting, and we've come to sort of be used to that. I think the most important revelation here is that even the most strident defenders of Trump still have some ability to honestly assess his failures and successes. And of course, it's been mostly failures. And this is a real peek at how power operates behind closed doors and how loyalty is constructed, how political narratives are managed. Even when you have the architects of a movement privately questioning the leader's fitness, which raises major questions about everything the public has been told, they still put on a happy face and go out publicly and ultimately, get pardons or whatever it is. But when you think about the people closest to Trump, once claiming that there is no greater gift than this man to the American people, and privately saying 25th Amendment, dear God, that couldn't possibly be a bigger gap. And will Trump have any comment on this? Will Bannon have any comment on this? I don't know. As of this moment, neither of them has weighed in. Staying focused while you work can be difficult, especially for folks with ADHD. Maybe you've tried listening to music on YouTube or ambient videos, background noise, but the sounds and the music weren't designed for focus and they end up distracting you. Our sponsor, Brain FM, is a music app specifically designed to support focus with music designed by musicians working together with neuroscientists. And because of Brain FM's unique audio technology designed to change the patterns in your brain, Brain FM is the only music app funded by the National Science Foundation. The app includes task-specific modes like deep work, creative, and motivation. It has a dedicated ADHD mode designed for brains that benefit from additional stimulation. And what really sets Brain FM apart is the research behind it. They published a peer-reviewed study showing their patented music technology increases activity in attentional networks and improves performance on attention-based tasks, especially among people with ADHD symptoms. If you're looking for a science-backed alternative to generic focus music, Brain FM is worth trying. You can get 30 days free at brain.fm/Pakman.